Artist, get your foot off me. We do.
I mean, this is marginally better than DSP playing Stardew Valley, I suppose. Look, this is Phil playing Stardew Valley. He's not even there. He's not even fucking there. Do you see what I mean? Like, I know I pop off sometimes to go and get a wheel, or like, you know, get some crisps, but like, I hopefully will just put something on the screen while I'm away. This is what happens when you tune into Phil at random. He's not even there. Like, he's just not even there. There's no... He's just not there. Like, and Phil has made more videos than any other person on YouTube at this point. Like, not even joking, he's probably uploaded more content, individual videos, than anyone else on YouTube. And he hasn't decided to play any of it for any of the time that he's going to be away. I don't know what he's away doing, but he's not even there.
We're going to continue now. Excuse me, thanks for being patient. We got about another hour left on stream.
Nice burp.
So I hope you're ready to continue to chill. Everyone calm down, stop being so uppity and chat about nonsense. I already told you what I thought, and that's all I have to say about it. So
all right, they're having a round
talk
chat
about it all night. Okay, so second half, here we go. And thanks to
oh my god, it looks like they're talking about the woman doing the boxing in the Olympics in chat.
Appreciated. Like I said, we already hit our tier 1 tips goal, so that's great. Anything else, like if we hit the hat goal, that'd be cool. Many hats.
He's already made $50.
And many that we've never seen on this new camera. It might be cool to see a new one tonight, see what it looks like.
And
all right,
he's asking if they would give him another 50 so he can wear a hat. So.
All right, guys, I'm back. I finished glazing my yams, and now I'm ready to head into a nice, fun-filled day here in Stardew Valley. So now I believe I have to start taking care of all of my creatures, correct? There's my cows.
Look at your fucking farm. It's a maze. It's a shithole.
Cool. My cows are out grazing. Chickens are out grazing. Oh, I'm sorry. Come back. I didn't mean to do that. That was very rude of me. My chickens are happy. They're laying big eggs. Look at this. Big old eggs. We got the mayo in process. Look at all that mayo I got on me now.
Sorry.
Completely covered in mayo.
Pretty drab.
All right, I already said let's stop talking about this topic now, guys, so please stop. Okay. Here we go. Here are the cows. We cannot milk the cows yet, right? We have to wait for them to grow up. How do we know when they're able to be milked?
If you've ever played Stardew Valley, I don't know if you've ever played Stardew Valley, but like it's about, you have this farm, like I played it a lot, and like, you know, I put my hours into Stardew Valley in the past, and I'm not prepared to play it again really, but we could maybe one day on stream, maybe, but it takes a long time. DSP covered in mayo, yeah. He's trying to be funny. He's trying to, like, you know, create entertainment on his stream, but he's not very good at it. This farm, you have this area, this space, and you're supposed to cultivate it. And what he's done, as you can see from all this wild grass growing everywhere, is he appears to have let it run completely to rack and ruin. Like, mine had rows of planted vegetables, a pen for the cows, a barn, like a chicken, like there was organisation, a path between the two. You would easily look at it and say, this is an organised, operational farm. Here, it looks like a fucking mess. It looks like my desk in front of me. I've got all trash all over my desk, you know. It looks like a mess. And that's what he's like in his snort fort, in his house. He's just, he can't even do Stardew Valley planning, like, clearing up. You want to go around here with the scythe and clear this down and, like, tidy it up. Yes, you want to have grass growing in a field for your cows, but you want it to be neat and organised. Like, this is insane.
How you figured that out? Not yet.
It's a farm.
This is they're a baby. See, 1 month.
I suppose it's rustic.
Baby. We do nothing here. They're. All right.
And like what's going on over here? Look, you got these other trees. You get maple trees and palm trees and pine trees and oak trees. And what you want to do is you want to plant them in. You can also do plum trees and fruit trees and stuff. You want to plant them in a logical order in an orchard, don't you? Like, if you've got half a fucking, like, this is the game. Make your farm nice. Don't just have them growing randomly. Some of them here, some of them there. He's cut some down. There's still some rocks over there. Rocks are a resource in the game, and they appear on your farm in a limited number, and you can break them up and get rid of them because you don't want rocks all over your farm. It's part of the mess. He should be clearing this up. and planting an orchard.
Good evening, how are ya? We have things to harvest? We do! Eggplant City.
Look at his gardening patch here, right? There's a little bit of water in your patch in the game. There's a little pond, and basically to water the flowers at the early game, you need to keep visiting the pond. So you put all your flowers in your farm next to the pond, because it's like that's one of the main things you have to keep trekking back and forth. He hasn't done that. He's put it over here, and these sprinklers, they water in a circle. So that's good because you can get sprinklers and they can water in this circle. Why he's not planted in the circle around the sprinkler, I do not understand. Because that does it for you. And look at the mess of this. This is his farm patch. The gate is all broken, which means that some of these patches are turning back into bare dirt instead of maintaining their... And there's no fertiliser on any of this. And there's not... It should be clean, neat rows of the different vegetables. And this fertiliser thing should be on it. And these things should be watering it. Instead, it looks like a fucking junk shop. The scarecrows have a circle around them where they scare the crows off. Like it's like a circle of radius of scarecrow. So your scarecrows want to be placed equally equidistantly in, like, so their circles just overlap and crows don't come. Like, the scarecrows are not even placed properly. This is terrible. It looks like a shithole.
Look at all these eggplants. Grapes. A kitty. Oh, a pumpkin. I didn't even notice it. It was behind the scarecrow.
There was a pumpkin that he didn't notice, and the reason he didn't notice it is because he hasn't got any organisational planning to this. So they're just random shit everywhere. And now he's watering things with his watering can. Fair enough. Fair enough. But you've got sprinklers to do that for you. It's actually angering me looking at these sprinklers that haven't got anything planted next to them. Like, why aren't you using the sprinklers?
Okay, everything there is watered. There's one thing here that misses watering, isn't there? This one, is it? Yeah, this.
And like, if I had this farm patch, it would anger me that these spaces are bare. Like, why aren't you getting the seeds and using this space? Like, it's about efficiency and it's about neatness and, like, why is this space just bare and defunct?
This one right there. Okay. Then we got these two and then
We've
we're
got
done.
those two up there as well that randomly are growing up there now instead of down here.
Generation Z.
I would cut those. I know they're in the middle of being grown and like they're in the process. I don't care. I'd still cut them down and just fuck them off because they annoy me by being outside of the range of being watered by the automatic sprinklers.
Hope's Terry Bogard.
He's missed it with the
Ken when
water. He missed it with the water then. Did you see that?
Generation Z.
Look, watch.
Hope's Terry Bogard.
Look, you see that? He missed it with the water.
Destroys Ken when he arrives. Unlikely. Capcom obviously wanted Ken to be OP. He's always going to be OP. Just get used to it.
Popping in the mushroom house now. He doesn't, I don't think, pay enough attention to the mushroom house, so it will have mushrooms in there, in the mushroom cave. But if he has any sense, he would know how often they respawn and how regularly to visit. But I think he's just going to pop in them because he's lazy. It will be full of mushrooms. But if it's not got any mushrooms, he's a wasted journey here. So he should really try and work out how often it respawns. And he's not interested in fixing this up. Look, that looks like it's a load of shit. And that's one of the main things you want to work towards.
Yes, my character is wearing a full fedora.
Loads of mushrooms. How long have they been waiting there for you to be picking them? It's about efficiency. Get in on mushroom day. Is it mushroom day? He doesn't know.
In the game. So like I said, tonight, we do happen to hit the hat goal of tips by the end of tonight.
He's asking for money again. He's begging for money again.
Maybe we want to see the fedora again. We actually wore it a few days ago, and it looked really great on camera. You do the multi-watering by upgrading your watering can. To be the copper watering can, then you hold down the button and release. And you can do multi-watering.
Expert now.
So, we did all that.
So, the little path that he's got there, those paths, right? Those paths enable you to walk a little bit faster, which is more efficient. So you should place the paths in a reasonable, like, you know what a path does? He hasn't gone for that. He's just wandered through his farm there. And then over here, these are lightning rods so that lightning will strike them instead of other areas of your farm causing damage. One of the tricks you can do is you can plant the grass around the lightning rods, and the grass that the chickens and cows eat, it respawns from other grass. So if you've got some grass, more grass will grow next to it. But the cows and the chickens, they'll eat all the grass, so then you've got no grass. But what you do is you put the grass around these things. The cows and chickens can't eat the grass from underneath there because there's a thing on top of it, and it keeps making more grass. So that's handy. But instead he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them all in the same space here, just plonked in. So he's got the prerequisite number that he needs for his farm. That's that task complete. But they should be scattered around your farm in fields that help respawn grass and fulfill their obligation as lightning conductor. Like, look at this for a farm. He's built, that's his little house there. He's built the barn right outside the front with its back to his house. His horsey is here, which should be over there where the road is. Should be next to the road up and over there. His farm plot is here, which should be down here in the front where he's put the chickens. Like, look at the maze of, why have these fruit trees got all these fences around them? Like, what is even happening?
We do have to catch salmon again. We could go try to do that. Here, I'm going to sell some mushrooms first.
Like, he's built obstacles in his path on his farm.
Before I forget.
Oh, he can get fit round, he can just squeeze around the back of the chicken coop, look. Selling everything. This annoys me as well. I don't know if everyone plays the game like this, but what I would do is I would have different chests for everything. My mushroom chest, I wouldn't be selling all this stuff until I had a big fat supply of mushrooms in my mushroom chest, just in case. Like, sometimes they can ask you, oh, can you supply me with 5 pears or something, or 5, you know, yams or whatever, and you're like, oh no, I've got to grow them. But not if you've got a big chest full of them. And like, there's just something about the game that enables you to like engage with that aspect of your hoarding, that you can just make chests and fill them up full of stuff. Everything he gets, he immediately puts in the sell it bucket. That's a mushroom. Sell that, sell that, sell that, sell it, sell it, sell it. Like, he doesn't want to keep anything. He has no pride in anything. He's not looking to have, like, what I was looking to do was have 10 gold star of everything just in my boxes, just there on the shelf, just 10 gold star. You know, you can have gold star mayonnaise, silver mayonnaise, normal mayonnaise. 10 gold mayonnaise, please, on my shelves, in my boxes. Thank you, I'm a farmer. Not everything I produce immediately goes for sale. He's looking for instant profit, instant gratification. He does the fishing, the mining, because they're the most instant gratification in the game, and everything he grows and harvests instantly is sold. It's like, the way he plays the game is different to normal people, and
yeah.
It's echoes of his problem personality.
We got some bait, so let's go down to our traps, and then we'll try to fish for some salmon.
And now we're going to go and he's going to jump on his horse, and he's going to take us to the where he's put the crab pots, and the crab pots make sense sort of over here. But you'll see this is not the most... Look, watch what he's got to do now. He's just going to go and check his crab pots, right? So what you would normally do is you would do that on a day where you're going past them for a certain reason, like you're going to the woodcutter or you're visiting the beach. But he's just put them off somewhere so he can go and visit. Let's see how efficient this... Like, it's all about efficiency, this game. Let's see about how efficient his day is going to be now, look.
Salmon, we go give him to Demetrius.
He's going to see Demetrius to give him some salmon, so that's part of this run. Look at his farm. Now, he can't get through here because he's left it go to rack and ruin and there's so much mess.
What the... Here we go.
So that's not exactly efficient. He's lucky he can sneak through there, but this should all be cleared off. This thing here can have crab pots in it. This body of water, I'm pretty sure. But that's on his property, that's his own pond. So I'm not sure if it can actually. I'm trying to remember, can you put crab pots in there? But he's going to move off. Like, he could have this all developed on his own land. This could be part of his... He could have stuff... This is his own farm. Instead of anything good here, it's just a big mess, right? We're going to sneak through the exit.
Oh, it ran out? Seriously?
He ran out on time for the giving this guy a fish, so that's a mistake he's made.
Oh, the salmon ran out.
Because he's not able to plan ahead very well.
Wow, I can't even do it. That sucks.
So now your journey to the south of the map is just to fetch the crab pots.
We're working on the amaranth. We're trying to grow it right now. Yeah, we can't even do the
So why aren't you picking this berry that's over here on your way past?
salmon mission anymore. It ran out. Come on.
What are these? Have you put... He's put furnaces all down here. What?
Man, come on.
I suppose it means you've got another reason to come here, haven't you? But... What? Refinery. He's put his refiners there. But all of your... Oh, they must be recycling. Wait, they must be recycling, because you get crap out of these pots, and he's immediately putting them into the recycling there. Okay, fair enough. That sort of makes sense. One recycler for every crab pot, look. But we've come to this part of the map down here just to do this.
Come on.
Did you bait them properly, Phil? Apparently so. Why do you put them at the beach?
Alright, so
Back on his horse. I used to put mine at the beach because you sort of intermittently visit the beach for different things, and you can collect shells while you're there. So it was a crab pot shells day, maybe fishing. And if I'm off that way, I'm also very close to the mayor. I'm very close to the Jojo Mart. I'm very close to, like, you know, it's a journey into town day. Pop to the beach, do some fishing, collect shells, check the crab pots. And I would have some along the river.
I did this.
But the river goes through the town in different places. So on the way to the mines, I'd have some, and I'd have some that were nearer to before you get to the beach on the river there, because like it needs to be part of your like routine circle.
what should I even
Look, watch. He's got no other reason to be down here. Look, and he's just gonna fuck off now.
do? What we need to do is raise money so we can upgrade the barn or upgrade the coop. Well, what can I do to make money? I mean, I could.
So that trip down there took ages, didn't it? And he didn't do anything else with it. You should do it as part of a circular run. It's part of efficiency. He hasn't even thought about that.
Could fish and sell the fish.
There's that blackberry that's just sat there free to pick up if you just go there and pick it up, which is quite, in terms of energy efficiency for free stuff in the game, like you don't have to plant a seed, you don't have to do anything, it's just there, go and pick it up.
Fish, right?
He spotted it.
I'm not sure we can make the most money fishing right now. Alright,
He spotted it, but he went past it already, so he had to go back on himself, so that wasn't ideal.
ever seen the movie Do the Right Thing? Let me think about this. Do the Right Thing. I don't know. It sounds familiar, but I can't remember the movie itself. Do the Right Thing.
He's getting stuck. He's got stuck there on his way into his own farm, right? He didn't jump off the horse and fix this. This is now going to grow into a little sapling that's going to make him get stuck every time he goes through. So he wants to jump off and just quickly sort that out, but...
Is that the one with
What's
Morgan
he
Freeman?
doing?
No, it's not, right? I don't think so.
Where's he going?
It's a Spike Lee movie?
So this is bizarre, because where he was in the south, you can access the town by just heading east. So instead of going all back round on himself, he could have gone 2 screens east, 1 screen north, and he would have been here. Instead he went 3 screens north, 2 screens east, and now he's here. Like, he went the long way around to get to here, wasting his time inefficient.
I never see it. I don't know.
And again, I think it's because he's not planning long term. He's not thinking ahead and planning his day ahead. He's got things he has to do. He's got a list of tasks in the game, but he's done the short term goals like the farming, the mining, in order to get immediate rewards, and he's not thought about how, okay, in 2 days if it rains I'm going to do X, Y, Z. I mean, sometimes he has thought that to upgrade his watering can once, but like he doesn't seem to have this sense of planning things into a... It's ironic because he's Mr. Schedule, you know, he's Mr. Day Off, Mr. Schedule, but it seems like he's sort of, okay, what should we do now? What should we do now? What should we do today in the game now? Instead of thinking about, like, you know, 3 steps ahead. And it's frustrating to watch, because that's the reason his farm looks like such a shithole, and it's the reason he seems to be so rudderless in this game. There are some long-term objectives in this game that he hasn't really scratched the surface of. If you fix the community centre, then you can create some big unlocks for your game, but you also have the choice to do the Jojo Mart, and you could make a supermarket successful instead. So you have a sort of moral choice there for the town, and that leads on to a change in the town itself. So that's one big arc of the story. On top of that, you've got the characters themselves can be your friends, and you can get married and have like a sort of relationship going on. That creates a storyline in the game, and they all have their own little story arcs, the different characters. But there's a really strange and quite cute story about this guy who lives in the, I don't want to, no spoilers if you haven't played it, it's like a 16-year-old game, but the guy that lives in the sewers, he's crying and he's upset, and you can access the sewers and sort of go on a story there to sort of meet this mysterious character. So like that's really cute, and like when you're getting deep into the game, you're like, oh my god, there's actually this really big story here. Like there's this thing that's been happening in the game, this sound I've been hearing, and it turns out it's this, and like, and then you even got the bus ride to the desert, which creates a whole new area and space, and a deeper story happens there. So there are deeper, more meaningful stories in this game, and Phil isn't engaged in any of them. As far as he's concerned, the end game is to just make a load of money, I suppose. Like, I don't think he understands. Oh, he's onto the community centre. He knows he's trying to do those bundles now, but I don't think he really understands what the end game is here and why it's so dear to people and so wonderful. The layers and the nuance, the systems, the way they interplay, and also the annual celebrations and festivals of the town, which he's not that bothered about really, but create these moments of punctuation, these regular repeating patterns that you can enjoy in the game. Oh, there's the wizard quest as well, I forgot that. The wizard himself lives off in a little wizard house, and you can do some quests for him and learn his backstory and how he relates to other people in the game. There's a load of it, and he hasn't really done any of it. He just, in hour-long bursts, every now and then, he will do some of the more mundane activities and expect people to give him money because he's chilling and playing Stardew.
I've never been to the forest. It's money. I can get a blister on my foot. She's not too smart, is she? Here, have some mayo. Everyone likes the mayo. Everyone I give mayo to loves it, so that's good, I guess. It has Samuel L. Jackson in it? Oh, I think I saw it a long time ago. Yeah.
You're giving presents to little girls here, Phil.
Hello?
Where's Penny?
The weather's
Sorry.
interesting today, don't you think? I already gave her one, didn't I?
I'd give her one. Hey.
No, I never gave her one. Oh, shit. Okay, hold on.
He's learned the gifting system means that the people like you more, and he understands that if the people like him, that's a good thing in the game. But I don't think he understands that, like I said, the deeper meaning here is that you learn what each different person likes, you choose which person you think would make your best farmer's wife, so to speak, or husband, and then you sort of like engage in a longer term like relationship with them in terms of like, you know, talking to them, doing things, engaging with them at the community events, and they can marry you and be part of your, like, you know, your game. But here he just knows that give people gifts, they get green tick. Like, that's something you want to achieve, so let's do it. Like, let's get that crossed off. I don't think he's sort of engaging in the, like, there's a sense of fantasy role-playing in a way, isn't there? Not even being silly about it, like, you know, being a kid playing with your toys. But, like, you know, there's a sense of fun in that. And he's not doing that. He's just giving them all mayonnaise because they get a green tick.
Everyone likes the mayo. That's so weird. You just hand them, like, mayo, and they're just in love with it. Struggling to make ends meet. I don't have enough patience. Oh, this is the doctor guy, right? What about mayo? Everyone likes...
a hidden, again, like, each character has, like, a hidden story. He's struggling to make ends meet. He doesn't have enough patience. If you explore more with him and his character and what goes on in his practice, if you turn up at their houses at particular times, you can learn more of these deeper stories. Like, it's all in the game, but he's not discovering any of the nuance.
The mayo,
he's just going to give him mayonnaise.
You guys weren't kidding. There's not a single person who dislikes mayo. Okay. Here, I'll give him some mayo. Yeah, this is cool, thanks. They all love it. Alright. Oh, the old woman.
And notice we've just ridden up by the river here. The river's over there. We just saw it. Like, there's the river there, yeah? So he went down to check the crab pots, and now he's up here. And this could be where the crab pots are, and it could be a complete circle of a journey. You know, it could be like part of his routine to go whenever he goes to the crab pots. He could also go to the blacksmith, for example. But he hasn't. It angers me that he hasn't thought about this aspect of the game, and instead he is now just riding haphazard, delivering mayo to whomever seems to be around in the town. Most of the, like, you don't have to feel pressure in Stardew. You don't have to do anything of any speed or note. You know, you can take your time however you want, but you do end up feeling a sense of like pressure to get things done in the day, to make sure you've done all your tasks and filled the day with as much efficiency, because that's what drives you forward in the game, isn't it? Doing things. What he's doing here, okay, he's reading his chat and he's messing about in the game, but what he's doing here is he's wasting the afternoon in the game because he doesn't understand how to drive towards those longer term goals and fill his time efficiently. And it is a pure reflection of him and his life and his streams. Like, this is an inefficient waste of his time. The stream and his gameplay style, like.
All right. Oh, the old woman. You know she likes mayo. Does.
He still hasn't learned that the majority of the townsfolk gather in certain places at certain times. So the saloon here, in the evening, you will find pretty much all of the cast of the game having, like, there's quite a lot, like, there's a few of them that don't, you know, they're excluded there, but a large majority. If you want to give out a load of mayo, come in the evening and go to the saloon and just hand it all out at once. Like, it's these little things that make it so frustrating to watch him play this game badly.
Yeah.
From someone who's played enough of it, like, you know, I'm sure the people that are watching this, because I might put this up on YouTube, this isn't a full this is how you don't play, but, you know, I'd like to ride on the back of their success, so I might call it "This is how you don't play Stardew," or how not to play Stardew, or how Phil plays Stardew is indicative of the problems in his actual life. But that's quite a long title.
All right. Robin can still bring me 25 pieces of stone. They need to be fresh, gathered today. Oh, forget this. Ah, you're so picky. You get nothing then. Well, I'm really not sure what else to do. You go fish a bit at the ocean.
So you've got nothing else to do with your day and you're not really sure what to do, but you've literally just read a quest that was quite easy to achieve, 25 pieces of stone. You'd either go to the mine and just mine them straight up, or you go to your farm where your farm is absolutely full of big bits of rock, like, and you just hammer them out, bang, done. Like, you wouldn't do that, the quest that's available. Instead, you'd scratch your head and say, well, just more fishing then. I'll tell you what he likes about the fishing, and this is really indicative. I should have said this higher up the menu of, like, reasons why he plays this game bad. The mines and the fish, like, he might not do a lot. Well, yeah, he'll do some of it now.
See, when he makes some money, because I need to make money now.
See if I can make some
in
money.
order to
with the fishing, it's like gambling. It's not gambling, but it's gambling with your time. It's like a gacha game, like his WWE Champions game that he likes, because you dip the rod in, you don't know what you're going to catch. You go through the process and then it comes up and is it something good? And, like, sometimes it's something really quite good and sometimes it's a bit of a waste, you know, like a bit of rubbish. But more often than not in Stardew, and he's walking past just there are worms on the beach and you can dig them up and you might get a book or something good. So he's walking past something quite good there. But yeah, the fishing is a gacha game essentially, and he loves those gacha games. He loves that RNG gambling mechanics, and the same with the mines. Like, the mines has got a bit of dungeon runner about it, it's got a bit of combat, but ultimately it's a luck-based RNG experience as to whether you get down to the bottom quickly and the sort of rewards you get on the way. So he's into the RNG, instant return, gambling gacha mechanics, and he loves the fishing.
Wow.
Like, he's got the opportunity to do anything else he wants in the game here for this time. He could tidy up his farm, he could cultivate larger and more extensive spaces in his farm, get, like, the spaces there being just going to waste, and he should be using his days to fill that farm full of growing space, full of sprinklers, full of ponds that automatically produce while he's not there. He should have an orchard of trees producing fruit. He should have an orchard of the standard trees in the game producing sap, maple syrup. He's got his chickens and he's got his, you know, animals. He understood that, but the rest of the farm should be like that too, all organised, all in neat rows. And then this time that he spends doing this is, like, whilst that farm is working for him. It's not every day we have to find today's money. It's that farm is producing. I've got free time to now go and do this other stuff. And he doesn't understand that aspect of the game. Like, he hasn't done that. it's bizarre, and it's because he actually enjoys the random number generation gacha mechanics of fishing. He had the option here. He was given the option of collecting stone for a direct reward, a financial one, and that's what he needs. He said, "I need more money." So he could have literally just gone and worked for it. There's loads of stone available in the vicinity that he was in, the mine and his farm. Lots of available stone. However, he would rather come here and play the randomness, the random gacha game, like I said, of fishing, and get a randomly determined reward. So that says a lot about Darksydephil, doesn't it? It says an incredible amount about Darksydephil.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I can't determine whether the ratio of reward to return time-wise from fishing is better than that quest. I don't know the facts. But he discounted it out of hand. I don't want to go and mine a load of stone. I don't want to just do a piece of labour. I'd rather do what this is labour. He'd rather do this sort of labour because who knows what you could get. It's fun. There's a game attached. The game is sometimes in this game doing some labour for a proper return, but... It was a really interesting game by a game designer called Karina Pop about performing labour, where it was a Candy Crush game, and then you run out of candies, and she asks you, as a game developer, like the game is, you have to go behind the scenes and create candies, and then you have those candies to use in the game. And really it's a question, it's like an art game, really, like an artistic comment about how much labour you're prepared to put in order to create the fun yourself, and like how much labour is fun, and what games ask you to do, and you know what jobs ask you to do. So there's an interesting, like, you know, conversations we had there. I don't think Phil will ever have that conversation or understand that this game actually inspires some of those ideas, or talks about them in some way, because he would rather just do fishing. But
The anchors for the museum? Oh! Cool.
he's going for the chest. Oh, he wants that chest. He wants the fish as well, though. He's going for the chest. He's got the chest. He's going for the fish.
There we go.
There we go. And it's
Oh yeah, sea cucumber.
oh yeah.
Ooh, a ruby.
See what I mean?
I just told there was more.
See how much he enjoys that randomness of the return, and the you know, when it happens that it returns well, how happy he is to have received that.
A little sad that it dried out. It's pretty sad.
And that was seaweed, so that wasn't a very good return. No comment on that one.
What's that? Generation Z says life before advanced technology was simple and good. Do I agree? You do realize that my entire life I've been playing video games, which would be considered advanced technology, right? Like, pretty much been my hobby my whole life. So I got competitive Street Fighter, so I don't know, man. I don't know if I agree with you there. They announced a new Darksiders game yesterday. They did? Darksiders? Really? The last, like, 2 did horribly. I'm surprised they're making another one. Huh. Yeah, I'm still getting over this stupid cold. Still got some drip and gunk in my nose and throat. It's very annoying. Another sea cucumber. So where do I sell fish? Over here?
So this becomes an inevitability on his Stardew Valley streams, that, you know, we get this sort of extended fishing session towards the end of the stream, because he's got an hour to go before the end of the stream. He said before, that's now, you know, his stream's running out of time on his schedule, so he doesn't want to get into anything big or start anything, you know, doing anything. Just wants to eke out the rest of the time doing the fishing, yeah, having a bit of a chit chat. Fair enough, it's quite a chill vibe, but what you're not getting to see, and I've really been quite cross about, is that forward planning, creating a farm, saying, okay, this is my space, look at it all. Now imagine you get given a farm in real life. This is what Stardew Valley so beautifully kind of does to you, or for you, sorry, not to you, for you. It kind of says, well, here's this space, in the video game, of course, but here's your farm. Do what you want. And you kind of stand there and look at it all and think, well, this is quite a big job. I'll start off with a little small patch and we'll go from there. But you look at the whole farm and you think, one day all this, I'm going to cut all these trees down. I'll probably put my orchard over there. You know, you don't understand what you're going to have in the game if you've played it for the first time. You don't know you're going to get a greenhouse or a chicken coop, you know. But you can look at the farm and say, well, this needs neatening up, tidying up. There's a lot of resources here. Breaking all these rocks, cutting all these trees gives me a lot of wood and stone, and you know, I'll tidy up this farm and this is going to be my big patch. And so you make these forward plans, these future plans, and then like for a stream audience, this might be chill to just watch nothing happening and listening to Phil talk. Okay, it's background while he talks, fair enough. But for the people engaged in the game or that want to watch the game or see the development in the game, the narrative, the process, they aren't getting anything here because Phil is not going to offer that. There's no guarantee of it. He might even ditch the game at some point, but he hasn't even discussed that aspect of it, has he? I've watched a few of these Stardew streams. He hasn't got a plan for the future of his farm, which is the game. That is the game, essentially. He hasn't got a plan for the narrative future of the game, you know, the bigger story beats. He's kind of oblivious to them. So this is how you don't play Stardew Valley. He's turned it into a fishing simulator chill out space. I suppose there is no rule. That's one thing about this is how you don't play, I suppose. There is no rule. You can play it however you want, I suppose. Shouldn't gatekeep it if you want to play it like this. But he's turned it into Bassmaster. So he might as well just be playing Bassmaster.
Collectathon games ever made, but Banjo-Kazooie was quite fun.
I think Phil sees this as a series of mini games, fishing, mining, doing a bit of a farm, interconnected with visits to town and upgrading your tools. I don't think he understands the nuance of it being a sort of like Stardew in some way. For some people, I think allows you, it's fantasy play, it's role play, it's playing with your dolls or whatever, but it allows you to like live in this special little world where you have a farm and a little town that relies on your farm, and you know, you choose your partner, they live as your, it's like playing Farmer Wants a Wife when you're a kid or something. There's a lot of little cheeky joy in that. There's a lot of like fun in it all, and all like being part of the community in the game, so to speak, because they do those monthly or seasonal events in the game, and like you feel like, you know, like they even like make a point of it in the game, the way the characters interact with you as the main player. Is at first you're an outsider, a new person to their village that is, oh, you've taken on the new farm, have you? I hope you settle in. And by, you know, years go past in the game, like, and you're marrying one of them and stuff, like they all become accustomed to you, and they like, you know, you ingratiate into their community and you make their community better for them and help them solve their problems and stuff. And like you know, there's like a sort of little what's the word, there's a little bit of mystique, a little bit of magic, a little bit of joy in all that. Like it's part of the game. And like all of this is just, I feel now selling everything he just fished, everything he just, like the ruby he just got, everything is going in the sales bin to turn it into money. So he can buy something, whatever it is he wants in the game, like, you know, the upgrade of whatever the thing is. But like he has no care or passion into any of it, does he? Like he just didn't care about any of that stuff. Oh, that was this, that was that, or just sell it all, fuck it, get it gone. And like, again, this is his house. What kind of madman puts his furnaces in his house? But he's put them in his house. His bedroom is dark, no furniture, no joy. He's got some storage chest, that's it. Oh, look, he's got an upgrade on his farming.
New crafting recipe, a keg. Now, wait a minute. Does that mean I can make beer?
Yes.
Because that was one of the missions we've had going for a long time.
You see what
also
I mean? I'm going to pause that. You see exactly what I mean? How can he not know that this is the solution to one of the missions he's had going for a long time? Like, if you want to achieve that, you look in the game and you say, okay, I need to complete this to do this to get this. My long-term objective is I'm going to get some kegs. So I will want to plant some hops. I want to work towards it by getting my level 8 farming. I'm going to be like, he hasn't thought about any of that. He's like, oh wow, now I can do this. No thought, like it's happening to him instead of him working towards it.
Filmmaker and a deluxe speed grow. We'll have to take a look at this keg recipe.
You don't have to have a look at the deluxe speed grow though, because as far as I can see, you haven't used any fertilizer on any of your farm.
Oh wow, we maxed fishing. So
now there's no point in doing the fishing. This is going to be weird. Yeah, this won't be the only episode of Stardew Valley he plays, I guess. But in the game, you level up all the different skills, and if you level something up to max, it's then better to focus on something else because you've got different objectives that need to be maxed. So I wonder if this means the end of fishing. Because by this point, level 10 fishing, you might not have achieved every fishing objective in the game, but there's not much else to do. And I suppose, look, fish are worth 50% more when he sells them. He's going to pick that, isn't he? So there is now a reason to do it simply for the financial benefit of fishing pays more. But in terms of achieving things in the game, ticking boxes, collecting up the collectibles, I suppose, again, maybe I'm gatekeeping Stardew in a way. Like maybe in Stardew you don't have to, like we could play a game where we are not allowed to grow anything on our farm and we have to do, apart from maybe the essentials, and then we just have to be a fisherman and we have to make everything from fishing. You know, if you want to be a fisherman, you can live at the beach and fish, I suppose, can't you? It's like, that's a choice. So maybe I'm gatekeeping Stardew here. But you can do that, make that choice at the expense of the other wonderful things in the game. And Phil shouldn't make that choice because he's a live streamer who's supposed to be experiencing the game and understanding it as a long-time retro gaming aficionado. And it's a real shame. It is a real shame because it is a beautiful game and he's missing out so much. And it really highlights the ineptitudes in his psyche that pervade his actual life.
Fish are worth 50% more or a chance to find treasure double.
That's going to be interesting. What is he going to pick? I think he's going to pick the guaranteed 50% more, but the gambler in him will want the treasure.
Oh, I think I want fish to be worth 50% more,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Right?
Well,
Because
he's asking chat.
treasure could be complete crap, but fish always being worth half more, you're always going to have constant increased income. So I think we should go for angler, and that means we've maxed fishing. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to go for that.
You're going to get increased income if you fish a lot. Please don't continue to fish so much. Spend more time on the farm. Now, as a viewing experience as well, when we say this is how you don't play, right? Because Darksydephil is famous for spawning that genre of edit, this is how you don't play. When we say this is how you don't play, there's a lot of Phil just being inept, bumbling around, making mistakes, not being very good at gaming, with the physical control, the reflexes. But there's also a lot of Phil making incorrect decisions, being a bit of an idiot. Famous sequences of him getting general knowledge questions wrong, being unable to answer where things are located on a map. I had a point to make. Shit, I need to keep my... If I'm going to edit this for YouTube and not edit it, I have to say it all in one. This is how you don't play. What was I saying? In terms of this is how you don't play. What was happening? He was picking that. Immediate reward, the finance. Yeah, him being a
decent amount of money, but not...
Him being a streamer. Is the this is how you don't play aspect of this is he's a live streamer, right? He's at the moment he's working towards a goal, he's grinding towards a goal of something financial in the game, so he just wants to sell everything, get instant reward so he can get this whatever this thing is for the game. I can't remember what it is he's grinding. Maybe he would have said then, sorry.
Upgrade yet. Made a decent amount of money, but not enough for an upgrade yet.
For an upgrade, whatever this upgrade is he's working towards. So you could do that along the way. You could, put it on your pinboard of things to do, but he's focused on simply doing this one task on today's stream. So we're not seeing all the other beauty of the game. We're just grinding for this upgrade, okay? So that's a way to play the game. It's a way, but in terms of this is how you don't play and this is how you don't play on a stream, he's taken all that joie de vivre out of the game, all that joy, all that love, and he's turned it into a grind. So that's boring for the viewer. And then on top of that, the streamer playing a game could create a bit of entertainment in it, could even engage the audience. Okay, so Derish, where do you want me to put this chicken coop? Should we call the chicken Derish? Let's plant these things in the shape of a massive swastika because we're a massive Nazi. I'm joking. Phil might not, but like Phil might do it because he's a Nazi, but I wouldn't. But like, you know, anyway, like, do you know what I mean? Like, you could make something fun happen with the gameplay and all this. Like, you could engage the audience through it. These longer term goals, whether they be in a stream, today we're going to work towards this upgrade, or in a series of streams, this week we're going to hopefully get the chicken coop built, so let's start work. You know, like, you can talk your way through these goals and aims and create entertaining streams that have a start, a middle and an end, or at least some sort of sense of narrative drive through them. Stardew's brilliant for it because it offers you those things in droves. It offers you those things. You could be doing any one of these given tasks, and he does sort of sometimes, you know, today we're going to go in the mines and I'm trying to do this or that, but he sort of I mean, look at the state of this farm. Look at the state of it. He seems to, in terms of this is how you don't play it, it's a bit of a this is how you don't stream as well, because he's haphazard, slightly random. Goals are oh, he's chopped that plant down now. Has he done that deliberately?
Side. Amaranth, that's what I needed for the mission. Okay.
Oh, he did need to, yeah. He did need to. But you see how he's like, oh, I needed that. I needed this. It's like, he's a bit random, a bit haphazard in these longer term goals, because he's just getting stuff and then he's realising where it goes instead of working towards it. The farm's a big mess. And in terms of this is how you don't stream, Stardew Valley, yeah. In terms of this is how you don't stream. As a viewing experience, he thinks this is a sort of subdued atmosphere for him to talk and chill, and he doesn't realise that you can actually create a sense of longer term engagement in the audience if they are engaged in the development of the farm. And you know, like, we play that piggies game, that island game, and the people that watch understand where we're going, what we're trying to do, like, objectively. Like, you know, it's like our game together. This just feels like just a haphazard background mess, so that he can sort of do some talking and some grinding and grifting. The streams become boring. Like, we've been watching this, I've been talking about it the whole time. There's no sense of direction, is there? Like, I've been explaining what all these bigger objectives are in the game, so that you understand why I'm cross that he's not doing them. But those things are what create the story of the streams, and the things that happen along the way in the game and with the audience, and that interaction and the sort of unique. Phil loves this sort of shit as well, like unique interactions and stuff. But like, those moments, those stream moments, happen because you're creating them yourself as a streamer, leading the stream and doing them, you know, building them into your gameplay. But because Phil's not doing any of that, none of that is happening. So he's just going from place to place, achieving seemingly disparate objectives at random with no longer term strategy in place.
Yeah.
What's happened now is he's done another one of these. Has he done another one of these where he's gone to a place and there's no one there? You can learn all the routines of all the characters in the game. It offers you in the game, there's a thing you can open up and look at the characters and their list, and it will tell you some of their routines that you've learned along the way. Or you can look on the internet if you need to, because come on, it's Stardew Valley. But just to go there and be like, she's not here. Like, it's so frustrating for a Stardew Valley long-time player like myself, or some of the others that have been watching, because this is part of the game. To know where people are and to go there at the right times, that's on you. That's something you're supposed to have learned. Like, you can't be angry at the game for creating a system where the people have their own autonomous little routines. You know, on Tuesday she goes to this place to meet this person and do this and that, and you can learn those routines, and it's part of their stories and stuff, so it's important they do it. You can't just turn up and say, she's not here, I needed to see her. Like, it's so fucking annoying for Phil to be missing out on that. Again, this is how you don't play it. instead of how you do play it. But
shoot, she ain't here. Am I too early? 10 a.m. I'm too early, maybe. Yeah. Crap. Yeah. Flowers need to be within 5 tiles. Yes, you should let the flowers stay there if you want it to work. Was it 5 tiles? I think it was a 5-tile radius, right? So I will leave the amaranth there then. It sucks we can't do this yet. Well, I suppose we should go to the museum for today, right? Go to the museum and do the anchor.
what most people do in Stardew Valley at the start of a day is to pause the game, consider their options for the day in the game, and then enact their plan. They don't tend, I mean, maybe he's had to change his plan on the fly because she wasn't there, but they don't tend to just sort of say, I might just maybe, not at this stage in the game. So that's the real critical point here. How you don't play this game is, I'm labouring the point, I don't want to keep repeating myself, but to not make any forward plans. And I really think it's very reflective of Phil and his life. Like, when you think about it, his end goal for his life is to just be on the internet and hope to grift enough money. Like, he hasn't made any future plans other than he might refinance his house one day, and when he does, he'll lose it. The bank will take it. If you refinance it and you don't pay that loan off, you can't just say, oh, I'm bankrupt now, oh well. Like, you'll lose that house. The bank will take it, and he will lose it. It'll all go to Hogan's. Even maybe the Hogan's thing, screams a lack of forward planning, doesn't it? I don't know. Like, this is indicative of how he runs his life. Yeah.
Excuse me.
Another lovely burp.
I don't want to give her the anchor.
You're talking to Penny again.
Are you doing okay?
He's talking to Penny again. He might like Penny.
Okay, what?
I don't think so. She's
what is she worried about?
She's a lady. I don't think so.
Me? Why? What's her name again? Penny? I gotta give her another gift. Can you give her the same gift twice? Can I give her mayo twice? Find out. Yeah. So wait, so now that we did that, okay, will the relationship level go up like the next day or something, maybe? I wonder. Alright. Oh, I loved Ace Ventura, Pet Detective, and Jim Carrey in the 90s. Jim Carrey was so funny in the 90s, man. Such good stuff. Ace Ventura is probably one of my favorite 90s movies, actually. I received a $1.50 tip. This is hilarious. Just listen to this guy. This guy is trying to talk junk about the people at Kino Casino, which is hilarious to me.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
It's 5:30 in the morning here in the UK, and I'm going to let him tell this bit, and then I'm going to end this, because I want to put it on YouTube. This is how you don't play Stardew. I've had a bee in my bonnet about his inability to play Stardew properly, and I've got my thoughts out there, like the overarching concepts, the deeper nuances. I've mentioned it all, so I don't have to go on about it. But since he's mentioned this, I'll let him say this, and then I'll finish this particular... I'm just going to finish my stream and go to bed. I don't know how I've let it go to 8 in the morning. Sorry, to 5:30 in the morning. Everyone else has gone to sleep. I'm just rambling about Phil.
Seriously. Here's the thing. And I've been saying this, I'll say it again, alright? Me going out and venturing to do something different, okay? So many people are either so afraid or so jealous or so bold that everyone has an agenda now.
Both.
Because I've decided that I'm going to appear on this podcast, or whatever the show, it's not even really a podcast, but because I've decided to appear on this show, all of a sudden now, everyone's abuzz talking about it. Like, why? Anyone else can literally appear on any other show right? And there's no problem whatsoever. Anyone can cross over with anyone, it's fine. But because I am interested in doing something, all of a sudden it's like, the sky is falling, the world is ending. Are you aware?
That's because you're a massive lolcow, and every time you do anything with anyone else, it turns into a huge drama that ends up rippling back on you for months to come. You never shut up about it. To this day, like you were watching an old video of your gameplay the other day, and you had to bring up your relationship with John Rambo and how it's been destroyed. Like you. In the lead up to this Kino Casino collaboration, you had to reference the interview with the side scrollers. I don't know what interview got this. The interview with the side scrollers. Like, what are you on about? You're a notable internet jerkathon buffoonery impresario. I don't know if the impresario is a good word for that. You're an idiot. You're a fucking chuffhound. You're a knob jockey. Well, knob jockey, I shouldn't say it. Well, knob jockey, is that a gay one? No. You're an idiot, Phil. You're an idiot. That's why everyone's like, whoa. Because they think it's going to explode back in your face.
That previously, on a completely different show that doesn't exist anymore, that someone who's involved with Kino Casino did something bad with this or that. No, I don't care.
So that's ruined the chill vibe of this game then, because now you're shouting at us.
I don't care. No, can I say it again? I don't care about your drama, about your bullshit. I don't care.
Okay.
It has nothing to do with me. I'm going on a show. I know what the show is. They've made fun of me, but now they want to hang out with me. We're going to give it a shot and see how it goes. It's very simple. If you don't understand the premise, that's on you. That you're just such a muddled-headed person that you think that things from the past apply to something I'm doing now, right? So, leave me alone. Okay, anyway, I received a $20 super chat from Mr. Pika Fan. I'm honestly not a fan of yours. I'd like to ask if you watch a live stream series I did called Project 25. I was inspired by Project 7, and I did 5 challenges and 5 games over 5 weeks. I don't know if I'd be interested in that. Honestly, I'm not much to watch someone do challenge running of games and stuff like that.
Guy just gave you $20. You've got a React channel. Why don't you just throw it into the mix of videos?
Never really appealed to me. I mean, certainly I wouldn't watch it on stream regardless. I don't do that kind of stuff.
You do. You got a Reacts channel. You watch stuff on stream on your Reacts channel.
Maybe if someone submitted it for my React show on.
There you go. Well, can't this count as a submission? Does it have to be so formal? They have just give you $20.
Sundays I would give it a look. But I don't know. But thank you for the super chat. Okay.
Way to sell the Reacts channel. That could have been and should have been. Why, absolutely yes. It's lovely to have someone inspired by my work. I'd love to give it a look. In fact, we've got the React show on Sunday. For that $20, I'll throw it into the mix. You can become a member on there and submit videos in the future, but that one's in the mix now, so get over there and watch it on Sunday. And that helps to gather more people to the Reacts channel, because this person would now have got, okay, I'll go there on Sunday and look out for that. And then if they enjoy that, then they might sign up. Instead, they're not going to come on Sunday because you've just said you're not going to watch it because you're not interested in it at all, and you don't watch things like that, which is kind of shitting on their content, which is a shame for them because they're inspired by you and it's similar to yours. It's only playing video games in a challenge, and you did a challenge video game marathon yourself just the other day. So, like, what the fuck is wrong with you? This goes into the bucket of how not to stream as well. You might as well take that $20 and just burn it in front of them. Just like, thanks for your money. I think you're a prick. And just burn the money like that. And then be like, fuck you. No, I'm not going to watch your sucky video. Fuck off. Like, doesn't he understand? And I don't take money to watch videos, so just, you know, if you give me 20 quid, I'm not going to promise to watch your video, but like, he's got a Reacts channel where people literally give him money. As he said, people literally, the premise on the Reacts channel is give him the money and he will watch anything. So, like, why wouldn't he just fold that $20 tip into his Reacts channel and say thank you very much? Why so obstinate? It's so fucking bad.
All right, so I've given out the mayonnaise. Here you go. Taking off soon, Jade. It's all good, man. Thanks for hanging out today.
No, Jade.
Museum.
That's a good, it time go, it time go, it time go. Fuck you, museum, Phil. Fuck you. It time go. If you're watching this on YouTube, there's another. The reason it's so relaxed, this react, is because it's 5:30 in the morning here, and I'm stupid, and I've let my stream run on till 5 in the morning. But Pixie's still here listening, so they're stupid as well. And if you're watching this on YouTube, then you're stupid as well. So yeah. In the same vein as Phil would, you're stupid, don't come back. I just don't even think about subscribing. Thanks for the 20 quid. I won't watch your video. Stick it up your ass, frankly. Jada said that at DSP Gaming, I go soon. That doesn't necessarily mean that he's going to go into nanites, going to bed. It might mean that he's going to die. Phil doesn't know. He's taking that for face value pretty easy, isn't he? I go soon. Anyway, yeah. Right, for YouTube, for that video, you be good, and if you can't be good, you're naughty. Right, for us here on the stream, what are we still doing at 5:30 in the morning? It's starting to get light. How did I do this?